In Lesson 2.2, we're going to learn about graphs of functions. Remember in Lesson 2.1, we talked about a function and we said that a function f is a rule that assigns to each element x that's in its domain, which is going to be the set A for this example, exactly one element called f of x in its range, where we're using set B for the range. The function of f is the set of ordered pairs. It's the set of all points x, f of x, such that x is an element of A. So when you see this funny looking E, that means element in math. In other words, it's saying x came from set A. Now we learned in lesson 1.9 that we can graph a function by plotting points, and also mentioned that sometimes it's helpful if we're thoughtful about the values that we're going to choose for x if we're using this method to graph a function. So let's sketch the graph of this by just plotting a few points. So for x, since we're going to have to take, for f of x, we're going to have to take the square root of whatever we choose for our x. So it would be easy to take the square root of 0 and of 1 and of 4. Now let's consider, can I use a negative number when I'm using square root of x? Well, we learned in that we can't, that the domain will not include negatives when we're taking the square root. And so the x can't be a negative number. So what would our square root then of 0 be? Well, that's going to be 0. So here we've got the point 0, 0. And then if we put in 1, square root of 1 is going to be 1. So that gives us the point 1, 1. If we put in 4 for x, we're going to have the square root of 4, which is 2. So we have the point 4, 2. And so now we can come over here to our coordinate system over here and put in those points. So we've got the point 0, 0. We've got the point over 1, up 1. That's 1, 1. So here I'm going to label them 0, 0. Here's 1, 1. And then we've got the point 4, 2. So we'll go up 2. And now we can connect these, and it's going to continue about like so. And so keep in mind that we're not going to have any values on this side. So this is where this graph starts right here. There's no values when x is negative. So this is our graph.